Good afternoon, children. I welcome you all for today's class. Yesterday we have started the first lesson. And which was the first lesson? Yes, let's see. It was the best advice I ever had. Who has written this, children? Yes, it has been written by Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit. So yesterday I have cleared what it is. Actually, this lesson is just like an autobiography. What do you mean by autobiography? Autobiography means the person who writes his own experience. That is called as autobiography. Actually, she has written this as an article for a monthly magazine. And from beginning of the lesson, we came to know why she has written this and from whom she has got this advice. The best advice she got from Mahatma Gandhi. One afternoon she went to see him and she was very much depressed. She was very much disappointed. She wanted to seek peace. So she was in search of happiness. Being a freedom fighter, she had participated in freedom movement also. But still she was not getting much importance in the society. What she was thinking is, much of the importance is given to only men. Because she had lost her husband. She was not getting a share of property also. She was not getting a share of property because she didn't have son. She only had daughters. And in olden days, daughters were not getting a share of property. Now the laws have changed and now totally the laws are different. Women are getting equal opportunities and she is getting equal status also. In every field we can find a woman working. Understood? So this only she has written in a form of autobiography, and as an article she gave it to monthly magazine. Let's proceed with the next part of the lesson. So when she decided to leave India, she decided to go to America. She wanted to escape from these difficulties. She felt like these difficulties started to increase one by one. And she wanted to stop these difficulties. Instead of finding a solution, she thought that it would be better to leave the country only. She was not able to face his family members. She was not sharing with anybody else. It was a lot of depressed thing she was going through. Yesterday I have cleared it from whom she got this advice. Mahatma Gandhi ji advised her in the afternoon when she met him in the afternoon time, and she wanted to meet him last time. That was last time she went to meet him. Okay. When she got the advice from Mahatma Gandhi ji, she was silent. And what was that advice, children? No one can harm you except yourself. So here he advised to remove that bitterness from his heart. The hatred, what it was filled in her heart. The negative things. He wanted to remove it from her heart. So he said this. Let's continue. I remained silent and he continued. You are going to a new country because you are unhappy and want to escape. Can you escape from yourself? Will you find happiness outside when there is bitterness in your heart? Think it over. Be a little humble. You have lost a loved one. That is sorrow enough. Must you inflict further injury on yourself because you lack courage to cleanse your own heart? Most of the things have covered in this paragraph, children. It is very nicely explained in the paragraph how Mahatma Gandhi ji is trying to remove the negative things from her mind. Here what he asked, will you find happiness when there is bitterness in your heart, means she was not having much satisfaction with her intentions and what she is going to do. She wanted to seek answers for the questions which she is struggling from. She had lost her loved one, she had lost her husband. So here Mahatma Gandhi ji said, you have to be humble, you have to be kind, then only you will seek the kindness, you will seek the humble people surrounding you. It is suitable to every person, children. When you are pessimistic, the pessimistic people, the positive thinkers will be surrounding you. When you are filling your mind with the negative things, then you will find whoever you meet, you feel like those people are negative only. Those people are expecting bad things for you. So this is what, first of all, you have to believe in yourself. You have to spread love and happiness among others. You have to be humble and kind with others. You have to speak very polite. Then what you are giving, you are getting back. Understood? So what here Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit is doing? She has filled up bitterness in her heart, the kind of bitter things, and those things were troubling her. See, our heart is not like a dustbin. If we are filling up the heart with the negative things, it will be just like dustbin. Is it a dustbin, children? No. It is very beautiful thing God has created. So we have to fill it with love and happiness. And how you are going to get the love and happiness? By seeking, by giving respect to others, by spreading happiness among others, by speaking politely with others. So here he said, there is a lack of courage, and that lack of courage you have to remove. You have to seek courage, you have to be bold, you have to clean your heart from the negative things, he said. Very nicely he has explained here. Let's see. His words would not leave me, they gave me no peace. After some days of severe struggle with myself, I finally telephoned my brother-in-law. I would like to see you and my family, I said before leaving. Then after listening to the advice of Mahatma Gandhi ji, she kept on thinking. She thought that the words which, the sentences, the advice which was given by Mahatma Gandhi ji was quite suitable to her life. It was left to her what she is going to do. What she was doing actually, she was leaving the country. Here Mahatma Gandhi ji told her, you are escaping from the problems. Instead of escaping from the problems, you have to face it. So working on that advice, she decided to meet her family members. Before going to America, she not wanted to meet her family members. She was thinking like it is a big problem for her. So what Mahatma Gandhi ji said to her? He said, don't escape from the problem. Instead, you have to face the problem. Find a solution. So later she called her brother-in-law and she expressed that she want to meet her family members and before leaving to America. And it was just a very big thing for her, a very big decision she has taken to meet her family members. Let's see what happens. I hadn't been with them few minutes before I sensed that my visit had brought a feeling of relief to everyone. I told them of my plans and asked for their good wishes. Before starting on this new stage of my life, the effect on me was miraculous. I felt as if a great burden had been lifted and I was free to be myself. She went to meet her family members. She did not spend more than 5 minutes. Only for 5 minutes she stood there and she told that she is going to America. Then when she came back to her home, there was a sigh of relief. She felt like a burden which was there in her heart. That burden had fully removed. She was not having any kind of burden in her heart now. She had carried the good wishes of her family, and that the hatred was not affecting her a lot now. That hatred had gone from her heart, the negative things had gone from her heart, and even she was not having a lot of burden of sorrowness, lot of burden of suffering. So she felt like she is in peace now. She has a sigh of relief. She was very free to think of herself. Okay? See. This small gesture was beginning of a significant change in me. A year and a half later, I was in New York as a leader of Indian delegation to the United Nations. Important to us was India's complaint regarding the treatment of people of Indian origin in South Africa. Harsh things were used by both sides. I resented the manner in which my opponents made personal attacks harmful to India's prestige and to mine. I struck back with the same sharp weapon. Then, this small gesture was the beginning of a significant change in me. A year and a half later, 1 year and 6 months were passed. So she was living in America, and she was working as a leader of Indian delicacy. She had gone to attend a conference there, and there was a problem discussed in the conference. What was that problem, children? There was important complaint which had gone from Indians. The Indians were ill treated in South Africa regarding the treatment of people. The Indians had settled down in South Africa, but those Indians were getting ill treatment. So this was discussed in the conference. So both the parties, the other members who had come to attend that conference, they had also expressed their opinions. Even Vijayalakshmi Pandit had also expressed her opinions. Some harsh things were told by the opponent side, and then even Vijayalakshmi Pandit also used some harsh words. Means what kind of respect, what kind of reaction she was getting here in the conference, in the same way she was reacting, she was responding. Means she was not responding by herself. Actually, when she attended the conference, the members who were sitting opposite to her were using hard words. So this made her to use hard words. There was a kind of discussion, harsh discussion. It was just like they wanted to bring a solution for that. And what she said here, I struck back with the same sharp weapon. Weapon means not the instrument, children. The words she is using as weapons. How the opposite members are responding her in a hard way, same way she also responds to them. Then after a distressing duel of words, I suddenly thought of Gandhiji. Would he approve? To him means were as important as the end. In the long run, perhaps more important. What if we succeeded in getting our resolution passed by questionable tactics that injured our self-respect? After distressing duel of words, here how she was responding, the way she was reacting did not satisfy her. She was little disappointed. She was very angry here by listening to the words of opposite members. When she was reacting in the same manner, suddenly the advice strike to her mind. The advice which was given by Mahatma Gandhiji. And she questioned herself. Would he approve? Gandhiji will be very happy when he looks at her, when if imagine if Gandhiji is there beside her watching her hard words, will Gandhiji will also get satisfied? No, not at all, children. So she tells here, this conference, after this conference, maybe there will be a solution or not, but later there will be a conclusion that she had lost her self respect. She was feeling like that. She was feeling like she is degraded here. She was feeling like it is hurting her self respect. She had answered them. She did not leave any kind of doubt. She answered in the same way. She attended the conference very confidently. But later she was thinking like her self-respect had hurt her. That conference made her to get her self-respect hurt. If she had, instead of using hard words, if she had used polite words, there must have been a different kind of solution. They could have brought a different kind of solution. That's what, children. Here this applies in our life also. If somebody is behaving very angrily with you, you should not behave in the same manner with them. You have to be very polite. You have to handle them smoothly instead of hurting them. So if you start to behaving like them, what happens? You will lose your self-respect. That is main important. Instead of losing your self-respect, you have to think why this man is angry with you. You have to find a solution for his angriness, and you have to make him cool down. Understood? See, before going to bed that night, I resolved that come what might, no word of mine would be lightly used in the UN. From then on, I lifted the debate back to where it belonged, refusing to retaliate to personal attacks or to score a cheap point. Our opponents met us on the new level, and from then we argued the case on its merits. The debate was over. Everybody were going to their rooms, and here she was thinking, she was recapitulating, she was recollecting all the scenes, all the dialogues, all the words, what she has told, how the conference, the other members in the conference, how they behaved. She was just recollecting all that situation, and she felt like she did a wrong thing. It could not have been happened like this if she had handled it very smoothly. Okay, the debate was very strong, children. According to her, it was very strong. But what to do? She comes to a conclusion that her opponents had made her to behave like that. Her opponents were very hard, so she behaved very hardly. But in her heart, in a deeply, she was thinking like she had made a mistake. Instead of handling it smoothly, she also behaved like them. It started to trouble her. Before leaving the committee room on last day, I went up and spoke to the leader of opposing delegation. I have come to ask you forgive me if I have hurt you by any word or action in this debate. See, as she was thinking like she has used very hard words to her opposite member, she thought of to seek forgiveness. It started to trouble her. What is the trouble, children? She used the hard words. Instead of handling the situation very calmly, she also behaved very harshly. So she went back to that delegation person, the person who had come to attend a meeting. She asked forgiveness to that person. She asked him to forgive her, as she used very hard words towards him. That was a kind of action, means action which made to get hurt. She felt like she was feeling it, she regretted it, why she behaved like that. It was just a kind of regret. We call it as पश्चाताप बोलते हैं ना उसको, ऐसे. Understood? He shook my hand warmly and said, I have no complaint. See what the man said? He said that he don't have any complaint. It was just a professional meeting. Why he should take it as a personal? He did not take that comment as personal. It was good to feel right with him, but even better to feel right with myself. Once more, Gandhiji's advice had saved me from myself. See, here, what Gandhiji had advised in the beginning, I told, no one can harm you except yourself. It totally depends on you how you think about yourself. If you think about yourself that you are very confident, you are very strong, if you believe in yourself, then nothing beats you. Nothing can beat you. You will be very perfect person. You will be very brave person in the life. And you will be optimistic. You will be positive thinker. You will be just like what we call a warrior of the life. Understood? So when Gandhiji's advice struck her mind, she went to the person who was the member in the opposite party. She asked to forgive her, and he said that he don't have any complaint. This made her to feel shy of relief. Again, she was feeling like a lot of burden has been removed from her heart. So like this, Gandhiji's advice again helped her to save herself from these kinds of negative thinking. Understood? We will see other situations, children. This is first situation I discussed with you. Not first, this is second it seems. See, the first one was she went and met to her family members. Then the second one, when she attended a meeting. So in two situations, Gandhiji's advice helped her. So she has given a title, The Best Advice I Ever Had. Your homework is, you have to find difficult words from these paragraphs and write the meanings and read the lesson once. Okay? And the another one thing is, you have to note down the situations, how she has explained it. The first situation, in which situation the advice has helped her, and in second situation, how it has helped her. In your own sentences you have to write. Okay? Thank you.